So I have a legit blind unboxing for you guys today. I figure this will probably be pretty rare because I have no self-control when I get the mail and I just need to tear something open immediately, but I have not opened this package yet. This is probably one of the least essential reviews of all time because everyone already knows what this is. It's the Comme des Garcons Play Converse All-Star sneakers. I'm about 7 years late to the party on this, and even before doing this video I looked and there are already a million reviews of these shoes online. So I do want to talk a little bit about them because I think there's a little bit of like a cultural thing around them, basically heart shoe bad. And for a while I didn't buy these because I knew that they were already played out and they've been played out for years, but I think I still really like the design of them. So I was like, am I holding myself back not getting something that I like just because I don't want other people to see it and be like, he's, you know, late to the party or whatever. Whatever, let's just get to the unboxing. So first time sight unseen, nice box, bigger, more substantial than a typical Converse box, and we got the nice heart design right on the front there. Let's open it up. Okay, jeez. I don't know if these are a return. I swear to God, this is the first time I've opened this package. Looks like a chipmunk got to them. My paper's all torn up. Maybe these were a return or something, but yeah, wow. Right out the gate. Pretty beautiful. The first thing I noticed immediately, and I've always seen this in pictures, but it's a different thing to actually see it in person, is the midsole is like a lot shinier than like your typical Converse. They have usually a more like matte finish, and I actually really like that. I never knew if it was just something coming across in like, I don't know. Sometimes you ever see like a picture of something and it just doesn't hit you the same way as when you get it in hand. Yeah. I still don't know what happened with the paper here, but it is just shredded. Looks like freaking Wolverine got to it. So that's interesting. Yeah, there's the now classic heart shoe or heart face when it's the heart shoe design. And I like both the black and the, I think they call this egret pair. But I think I've always liked these a little bit more. And honestly, now that I honestly thought about getting both of these at the same time. The black pair was, I think, going for the same price, but to be honest with you, I've been spending like a madman recently, and I shouldn't have even bought these, but they had a sale on Kith for $60, and I've seen these around that price before, but they had a bunch of other All-Stars on sale, and I was like, if I get these and another pair, and I pay like $10 in shipping, that's really not bad. I'm going to look it up right now. I'm going to immediately date this video, but I think the sale is still going on. So if you want these, let me see, Converse. Okay, they've got some Chucks still on sale, but not at the discount that they were. They've still got some. They've still got a pair or two on here for like $30. They had some going for $18. That's basically free. Boy math. But yeah, these going down to $60. Okay, so right now, these are at $50 on Kith. There aren't very many sizes left, but there's like still a size 9. I think that's the most average men's size in the US. The black pair is going for $65. There's even fewer sizes than that. If you happen to be a size 3, now's your time. But I just figured, you know, even though I've seen them on deep discount before, like if not now, when? So I decided to pull the trigger, and hopefully I won't be disappointed. Like I said, I'm actually like right in hand. Actually, I'm really liking them. I also like that the back there is like, it almost looks, and it might even be, it almost looks like painted on the midsole in a way. And it really reminds me of the Margiela painted Converse, which I missed my chance to get. But if they ever do like come out again, or I shouldn't say come out again, they never do that. But if I can snatch like a pair on Grailed or something, I might do it someday just because I think that's so cool. I also think you could probably make that yourself. But it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. And I think just why I like the kind of cream on cream look of these. Nice cream laces. And also, I don't know if I need to hold up both. That's something interesting. Okay, so I read an obscure fact, and this may be apocryphal, but I heard someone say that the reason that Converse are fuzzy on the bottom is so that they can be classified as slippers, and they have like a lower tariff fee or something like that coming into the country. Sounds like BS, but I don't know why else they're fuzzy on the bottom. So one thing I will say is, like I said, I've always liked this kind of cream pair. So a couple of years back, I actually picked up a pair of Chuck Taylors in a cream colorway. The same deal, not even the like 70s. I'll get them for you, but be warned, they're kind of gross. I told you so. But I don't know if you can see here. Yeah, they're like a little fuzzy on the bottom. And these are not. Very subtle difference. Very interesting. Oh, there's also a little extra. Okay, so these have like the red around the side. These do not. You kind of see there. But, if you're going to ask about sizing, I apologize in advance that this video is all over the place in terms of pacing. There's no organization whatsoever. You're just going to have to get used to it, buddy. That's my style. So let me explain myself. I think Chucks look better beat, so I beat the bejesus out of these on purpose. Like, I was sticking them under my, I did gardening work with these. I, deliberately stepped on them, got them muddy. I think I may have taken it a little too far. As I look at this on the side where something has, stained and creeped up, I had a thought, and maybe I'll do it now that I have a couple extra pairs, of throwing these in, the wash and seeing, obviously they're not going to get, pristine clean, but maybe dirty made clean will be cool. I'll keep you posted if I do that. But I think if you have a cheap shoe that you don't care about, it's not you're not going to resell it or whatever, beat the hell out of it, give it some character, give it some charm. I do not plan to do that to this extent with these, but I also plan to not be precious about them. I want to wear them, right? I want them to have a little character, I want them to look like they've been worn in. Like I said, this is the most useless review of all time. You can get this information anywhere, but Comme des Garcons Play, they're their streetwear diffusion line. I don't even know if I'd say streetwear. They're a diffusion line of Comme des Garcons, Ray Kawakubo line. They have 6 diffusion lines, I feel like. There's CDG Black, but CDG Play is heavy with the heart motif. So these aren't by any means the only CDG shoes, but these are the first and, in my opinion, the best. You got ones with a smaller heart on the side. You got ones with several hearts on the side. It is interesting noting the difference there. These are not the same side, whatever. With the no red and no blue, just pure cream. And also this ridge right here, I want to say is a little bit higher, at least on this side, maybe. I don't know if I can't tell. I think it's just the lack of the red ridge on the side that makes it look higher. But, outside of this being a useless review, I did want to talk about the whole, whether it makes sense to buy something after the trend has died. I've been kind of thinking about that a lot lately. I know I've kind of brought it up before, but I guess, so where I think about it is with the Panda Dunks specifically. That's always the example my mind goes to. And I don't know why I make a distinct, I would not buy Panda Dunks at this point, but I would buy these. And I literally had this epiphany today because I was anticipating getting these, refreshing my FedEx page like a freak. I came to a realization, and it's one that actually makes me feel kind of self-conscious because it's a bad realization, that I think the reason I make an exception for these as opposed to the Panda Dunks is because I don't see older dudes or older people wearing these. And I do see older people wearing the Panda Dunks. And that's a bad reason, but it's subliminally affecting my brain. So in my head, even though these are played out, or if you think they're played out or not, I'm not going to make that qualification. If you think they're cool, obviously I think they're cool. I just bought them. So take what I say with a grain of salt. But they're a little played out, right? They came and they rose and fell, right? I think you should always wear something if you like it. Okay? And that includes the Panda Dunks. I just personally wouldn't do it. I don't like that my reasoning for not doing it is that the olds have gotten to it. And I think I need to process that a little bit. What is it about that makes it seem? I think what it is that to me, for these, you have to be in the know. I'm wearing these with the knowledge that yeah, they're a little played out, but I still like them. If you're wearing Panda Dunks, to me, it feels a little like you don't know that they're played out, if that makes sense. But again, if you like them, do what you like, buddy. I just probably personally wear a different black and white basketball shoe. I have a pair of Rude Recess Highs that are aping the Jordan look, and I think they're pretty cool. So, I have not tried these on, but I just compared them to my other Chucks, and they look exactly the same. If I'm wrong, I'll come back and patch in the audio after I try these on. I don't want to put them on right now because you're not going to be able to see them. What's the point? Japanese. But I will say I'm just, based on what I've read and everything, I'm sure you have a pair of Chucks, but basically they tend to fit a little big. I'm a true size 10.5, so I wear my Chucks in a 10. If you are a 10, I would probably not advise going down to a 9, or I guess you could do a 9.5. They make 9.5 sizes? I think they do. Pretty sure. But I would probably go half size down. You're probably fine. If you want to go true to size, you're probably fine there too, and it just might have a little bit of wiggle room. So yeah, I'm really excited to get these on. I'm going to wear them with probably some skinnies. Speaking of being a chuggy millennial. Yeah, I mean, you know, you want to talk about things being played out. Not to talk about skinny jeans again, but they're coming back, all right? I'm not just deluded. I legitimately think, like, I'm going to make a video about the return of Eddie boys, okay? Because we're coming back. But yeah, I'll probably wear these tomorrow. Just break them in a little bit. I'm excited to get them out there, and I'm excited to see. Here's the other thing. I live in a small city. I don't know. I've maybe seen these around once or twice. Again, if you're in a larger market, these are probably like so played out. But I'm still at a place where when I see these on someone, I get like a little excited. Like I'm like, oh, it's the CDG Converse. So there are some benefits to living in a smaller city. And one of them is that no one knows about fashion. You can be the most fashionable guy on the block just by wearing some shoes from 7 years ago or whatever these are. Just one more beautiful last look. If anyone wants to sell me a pair of Margiela painted Converse, I probably can't afford them. While I've got you, like I said, I bought another pair to make the shipping worth my while. And honestly, this was a bit of an impulse buy, but I think these were $27. So again, basically free. You can see the difference in the size of the box. I mean, they don't even care about these. They're just giving them away. Like I said, Kith sale still going on. So if you happen to see this video when it comes out, check it out. There's these were 27. They're now 30. Kith using the Essence algorithm to determine their prices. But it was kind of a little bit of serendipity because I'd seen these before, but literally a couple days before I saw somebody wearing these, I was like, that's a cool colorway. Another live unboxing, sight unseen. Ready? What color is it? Well, you can't see very well. I can't hold this very well. I'm sorry. It's blue, if you can see. Yeah, just a nice... Okay, so that's interesting. And I'm showing my whole ass on this one because, to be honest with you, I've not owned a pair of the Chuck 70s. I bought the other ones. I guess I can't really say why I bought the other ones as a non-70. I guess because the CDG ones are marked as non-70. But they also have that kind of shiny midsole look. So, I mean, for all I know, the old ones I had used to and it wore off because I beat them to oblivion. But I don't remember it being that shiny. I remember it being more matte. So these are cool. I really like the color. I think it really pops. You know, the other ones that I really had my eye on at one point, but they were just a bad time to buy, and I couldn't get on the initial one, were the Otter Error, I think, Korean brand, Converse collab that they did. Got that nice factory smell. It's actually kind of nice. I'm okay. Yeah, they had a similar, Otter Error, does this, kind of medium electric blue look. And I really liked them. Maybe I'll still pick them up one day, but they had a heavily distressed look. I don't think they resell for much, but I just wanted some basic ones to not beat into oblivion, but I will, I'll beat them up a little bit. The patch is a little bit nicer than on the typical pair. It's got some three-dimensionality to it. Feels like leather. It's leather. It's sewn on. And again, I like that shinier midsole look. I like the black piping as opposed to the red piping. Again, different from the Converse one. Black patch at the back as opposed to the all white or all cream. But I think these are cool. Can wear these with some light denim or something like that. And not bad again for $27 and just justify the $10 shipping from Kith or whatever. Kith shipping was pretty fast. It was 3 days. I mean, they do sales. Okay, so these don't have the fuzziness on the bottom of them either. Again, I'm revealing my foolishness. Sizing looks the same to me. So that's interesting. Okay, yeah, that lip on the back, I think it's just an illusion of there being no piping, that it looks taller on the CDG pair. Because if this bit here had this piping, then I think it would be the same height. But who can say? I'm not going to measure such things. Yeah, just a quick little review. I would say let me know what you guys think, but you guys don't. Feel free to let me know what you think. Do you like the shoe? Do you hate the shoe? Do you think it's played out? Do you think it's okay to buy stuff that's played out? Oh, of course it's okay to buy stuff that's played out. I guess if there's one thing I'd be curious about is how do you guys feel about hopping on a trend after it's clearly hit its peak? To me, there's something freeing about being my wife has a lizard and there's a cricket in the room. So if you hear crickets, it's not just because I'm that unentertaining. Does it stop you? Does it halt you in your tracks from buying something if you know something's been played out? It does me a little bit, especially because I know Like, one thing that's stopped me from buying these in the past is just because I've seen that they're going to keep making them. I'm like, I don't need to get those now. But I guess if you find them for $50, like they're on Kith right now, I will say, I think I saw they're selling these in Costco now. So you can probably even get them for a little bit cheaper. And you like it, why not? Go for it. If you got the funds. Like I said, I've been spending a lot of money lately because I'm a stupid idiot. Anyway, just a quick vid. Check them out if you like them. I'll try to link to the sale. But thanks for watching another video. And please do subscribe, especially if I don't want to confuse people with my style sense. But I think part of my whole mission with starting this video was, or this channel was, I have kind of eclectic taste in that I like a lot of avant-garde stuff. I like a lot of basic B stuff. I like a lot of like traditional designer, like luxury stuff. And that may seem real odd to some people to be both like grunge and glam at the same time. But again, I've said this before, like my style changes every day. Like I want to wear something different. I like experimenting. And I like it's fun for me to just like, what am I going to do today? Well, let's figure it out. So I think it's a little hard to like, I don't want to alienate any like potential audience. So I'm sure I give like an audience tonal whiplash by doing different things, but just be on this journey with me. Stick around. Do subscribe because it really is helping me along. And when you guys comment, I legitimately like, cool, that's awesome. Like I like interacting with people just about this kind of stuff. So by all means, leave a comment. I will most likely respond to you. And do subscribe. I really appreciate it. So otherwise, have a good one. Peace.